He bit the hand that fed him. When he went after DeLeon, Diago, they got a lot of friends. And because they stopped the lawsuit, that don't mean...
Okay, it seems Diddy got into bigger trouble because he bit the hands that fed him in the past. Now, the puzzle is about to be completed in no time. While everyone is still wondering why the feds pulled up at Diddy's homes unexpectedly to raid his homes, there have been reports that claimed Diddy has stepped on the wrong toes, and it seems like he will be paying for it extremely. On March 25th, 2024, news about Diddy's homes getting raided surprised the public, as no one ever thought that could be possible. Like Common, it's Diddy, the Bad Boy Records CEO we are talking about here. The news traveled so fast that it got everyone talking about what could have led to Diddy's unexpected fall in a way that was brutal like that. Many people on social media had several think pieces about the incident, such as that Diddy's cup of crimes may have been filled to the brim, that the feds had to step in, or that Diddy had just offended the wrong person who put the feds on his back. Well, several think pieces were put to rest after many news outlets reported that the feds had raided Diddy's homes in connection to a trafficking case.
You know, with Adidas and Adidas millions and billions of dollars and putting into these dudes' pockets, and the liquor companies putting all these millions and billions into it.
So is it human trafficking or drug trafficking? We will get to that pretty soon. Fortunately for Diddy, he wasn't present at any of his homes when the incident happened, but his sons and other people who were present would have also wished they were absent like Diddy was. Aside from going through the feds' rigorous questioning, his sons were also put in handcuffs. Yeah, that must have been unpleasant for Justin and Christian Combs. Anyway, Diddy was the talk of the town for a while because the public had a lot of opinions about the situation, and they spit them all out. However, Diddy never made a statement or spoke about the incident publicly. Instead, his attorney released a statement that claimed the feds carrying out that type of investigation was just a gross use of military-level power. Oh well, something must have warranted them making use of such power. So, what was the reason? Following suit with the several conspiracy theories going on about the incident, we would have to agree Diddy must have genuinely offended the wrong people, and they didn't hesitate to put him in his place. So Diddy has been known to get away with many atrocities in the past, and that must have been happening because Diddy had influential and powerful people in his corner. But now, it seems they are cutting off their support for Diddy, and that could have only happened if Diddy did anything to provoke them. Talking about getting away from crimes, Diddy is not a fan of going to trial when he gets sued for something. Regardless of how terrible the thing may seem, he mostly opts for a settlement. Or better still, the case is thrown out of the window quickly. Talking about opting for a settlement, Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy is a perfect example of that. Cassie's lawsuit was as bulky and incriminating as any lawsuit can be. Cassie had accused Diddy of many despicable things in the lawsuit, ranging from SA to DV and others. But guess what? It didn't even last for 48 hours. Diddy's lawyers had initially labeled Cassie as an individual trying to blackmail Diddy and get some cool cash. Still, within a short time frame, they changed their statement to opting to settle out of court. So yeah, Cassie must have had Diddy by the throat with that lawsuit.
There's people that had stuff on Diddy from way back that lawyers would not fight it or take it. But now Cassie opened up those doors.
But talking about Diddy and his lawyers throwing some lawsuits against him out of the window, that can easily be Lil Rod's lawsuit. Lil Rod, who had also claimed to have suffered SA and other demeaning behaviors from Diddy, put Diddy on the spot when he sued Diddy in February 2024. Interestingly, Lil Rod's lawsuit gained traction, as he must have expected, but Diddy dodged it like a bullet. Diddy's lawyer claimed Lil Rod fabricated the whole thing because he was just looking for a cheap payday. Okay, that's a pity for Lil Rod, but it gave the public some profound insight into what was happening in the Combs empire. Remember, we talked about Diddy allegedly being into either human trafficking or drug trafficking? Well, let's just assume he's allegedly involved in both of these crimes. According to Lil Rod, Diddy and his friends are some of the most dangerous individuals anyone could ever meet or be close to. Lil Rod claimed Diddy and his influential friends were into trafficking, where they essay sex workers or regular men and women that attend Diddy's wild house parties. Lil Rod also mentioned how Diddy is involved in allegedly distributing drugs and even spiking women's drinks to SA them without them being conscious to consent to the act. Lil Rod went on and on about the insane things Diddy does behind closed doors. So, let's step into the part where Diddy must have stepped on the wrong toes, which he's currently in trouble for. Lil Rod's account of Diddy always trying to have a recording of everything that happened during those parties was pretty straightforward. Diddy never misses the opportunity to put cameras on the faces of himself and his influential friends, whether they were distributing or doing drugs, or they were even abusing workers, or regular people at the parties. Lil Rod claimed Diddy would often tell him to record the happenings, and sometimes he even did the job himself. Okay, that's smart on Diddy's side, because that must have been his ticket to getting away with the insane things he's always getting sued for. But is he smart though? Guessing Diddy's smartness has fallen short for him, after he may have bragged to expose one of those guys that has been keeping him safe. Diddy must have said or done something out of line, so those people couldn't watch him get away with it. Hence the raids on his properties. Rumors have it that Diddy's homes were raided to recover evidence Diddy has against those influential people. Simply put, they were just trying to take away Diddy's control over them. So what could have gone wrong that they got back at Diddy so badly that way? Aside from the fact that Diddy may have said or done something out of line, these people may just be tired of protecting Diddy, as his legal troubles keep piling up every minute. No one wants to be associated with Diddy anymore. He's getting dumped faster than a high school kid in recent times. Even his supposed best friend, Jay-Z, seems to be avoiding him. So who else would want to wait till it all burst in flames, when his best friend wouldn't even take the baton? It's pretty simple. No one. However, there's another theory that Diddy's cohorts are planning to use him as the fall guy for the atrocities they had allegedly committed together in the past. It's more like Diddy would be the one to get the sentence all of them should share.
I think you're never going to see a guy like Universal Records CEO or a Motown Records CEO go down. Those guys are executives, they're well connected. They're going to make Diddy.
Okay, that's a wild theory. But it's a matter of never say never with these alleged bad guys. No one is safe when it comes to saving themselves from the orange jumpsuit. So, if this theory is true, will Diddy be willing to take the fall? That's a dicey one. Everyone knows Diddy loves the soft life. And for him to have avoided getting locked up for decades, what exactly would make him want to go down easy now? It definitely can't be money, because Diddy has loads of that in his bank accounts. So it's basically a game of guesses right now. But the reason for pinning the whole thing on Diddy isn't far-fetched. Most of these powerful and influential people aren't as popular as Diddy in the eyes of the public. That aside, Diddy is the one who has always been caught up in insane scandals over the decades. If Diddy isn't getting on the news for reportedly wrecking someone's life, he's been scrutinized by the public for allegedly ending people's lives. He's always involved in some weird stuff. So it's not so much a coincidence that Diddy may have to be the fall guy for the remaining bad guys in his clique. And that's not even all of Diddy's alleged atrocities. Cassie mentioned in her lawsuit how she constantly got physically attacked by Diddy while they were together. Oh, there's also the tea of Diddy breaking Kim Porter's nose at one point in their relationship. And yeah, there's another woman who claimed Diddy had once beaten her till she lost her pregnancy at the time.
If I mention anything about Gina, who said he beat her so bad that it kicked the baby out of her, and she was pregnant with his baby, they'll say I be helping the authorities.
With Diddy, it never stops. It only gets worse. Diddy can fool himself with his new self-acclaimed title, Brother Love, but everyone knows he's far from anything concerning love. If we shift from Diddy's DV towards women, we will then talk about his predatory and grooming practices on young talents. Usher suffered the fate of getting groomed by Diddy. These two may be cool in front of the cameras, but there is no way Usher wouldn't have some ill feelings toward his former mentor. Usher, who started staying at Diddy's home at age 14, once revealed on The Howard Stern Show how he had witnessed some wild things a teenager wasn't meant to know about at one of Diddy's flavor parties. When Usher was asked if he could ever send his child to such a place, he didn't hesitate to say no. Diddy even once revealed how he and Usher used to sleep in the same room and even on the same bed. Okay, that's weird. Still, due to Diddy's grooming behavior, Justin Bieber seems to have been a victim of the same fate Usher had suffered. Justin was getting promised a Ferrari on camera while he was 15. That wasn't just because Diddy felt Justin had a unique talent or because he loved him so much. Diddy promised Justin a Ferrari because he knew what was going down right after. Well, we can guess too. Diddy said in front of the camera that they would go off camera for 48 hours, which they did. That wasn't the end for Justin. During one of Diddy's wild parties, in a recent viral footage, Justin could be seen disgusted by an act he had just been forced to do amid other celebrities. Diddy's illicit activities never stop. There's always a new story every day. Diddy was also caught up in the scandal of being homosexual, as he had allegedly been involved in sexual activities with regular and even celebrity males. Meek Mill and Usher were caught in the middle of that tea. But while Usher maintained his silence to allow the dust to settle on the tea, Meek Mill couldn't keep still as he tried to defend himself and his sexuality. Anyway, he suffered a wild social media attack during that period. And to top it all off, Diddy, who is the main character in the equation, didn't see it as a claim worthy of his response. So only Meek Mill was the one that suffered the brunt of the controversy. There's no end to the scandals Diddy has been involved in. The public is trying hard to be in the loop and know where all of these will eventually end. So, will Diddy agree to be the fall guy for the remaining bad guys? Or would Diddy prefer to drag everybody involved down along with him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any celebrity news updates.